Hi, Henrik here. So, as you can see by the background, I'm not in Bangkok for a change. Yesterday I drove for 3 hours out to Khao Yai National Park, did some hiking, didn't film it because I just wanted to actually do the walks, and I learnt a few things. First thing I learnt was that you definitely need leech-proof socks, which I didn't have yesterday, and I pulled about 20 off of each foot. At the end of the hike, I even had them in my socks. I think I pulled about 7 off of each foot. It was pretty grim, and how the evil little magicians got through my socks, I do not know, but they did it. So today, this is my footwear. The other thing that I learnt was that the trails are pretty sparsely marked and easy to lose. I had to backtrack quite a few times and ended up schlepping through the jungle off trail towards the end. So today we're doing a much longer hike, 8 kilometers from the ranger station out to the waterfall. You definitely need a guide for this walk, so I'm going to pop over to the ranger station and grab one in a second, and we will be trekking through all this loveliness that you can see behind me. So let's go, let's do it. Okay, so just starting the hike. This is my guide, Bunta, and we've got 8 kilometers to go. Khao Yai is the 3rd largest national park in Thailand. It was established in, I think, 1965. And this hike is trail 6, and it's going to take us all the way over to Heo Suwat waterfall, if I pronounced that right. So 8 kilometers through the jungle. It's apparently undoable without a guide, which I can believe after having lost the trail a few times yesterday. And a bit of scrambling up and over things, fallen trees, crossing streams. So excited, looking forward to it. This is my guide, Bunta, and how old are you, Bunta?
Yeah, how are you?
How old?
How old is 60-year-old?
60, yeah.
60-year-old.
Yeah. Okay, and how long have you worked in this park?
How long in the, about 37 years in the Khao Yai National Park.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, in the forest.
Okay, so you really know your way around, so
Yeah.
you'll be a good guide for me today.
Yeah,
Great,
yeah.
thank you.
I'm sorry, I speak a little bit English.
No, very good. Much better than my Thai.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, going off-road now. I love the sounds of the jungle. In the map that they have back in the ranger's office, it says this should take us 5 hours. So we shall see how quickly Bunta and I walk, if we do it quicker. And see, now that I've got my leech-proof socks on, that I should be protected today. Uh-huh. These stingy guys are everywhere around here. Many. Uh-huh, yeah. That is a gibbon calling. What an amazing noise. So we did find the gibbons, but they were so high up in the trees that my little camera would never have picked them up, so I didn't even try filming them. But it was funny, they went so quiet. You heard them, the loud noises they were making, but the moment we got close, they knew we were near, they just stopped completely. So actually the trail's been quite well marked as compared to Trail 5 yesterday, but I'm still very glad to have Bunta here with me. It means I can just relax, look around, enjoy myself. I don't have to worry about where the trail goes, worry about losing it. And funnily, the other thing I've not needed today is my leech-proof socks. I've not seen a single leech. Oh my gosh, if you thought the last termite mound was big, wow, take a look at this. So this is where we just crossed, and there's a little waterhole here, complete with what looks like fairly fresh elephant dung. And that's the thing in the jungle. You don't tend to see too many animals close up, but you certainly hear a lot of them and see the signs of them. But we have seen quite a few animals today, because up in the trees we've seen some gibbons, some hornbill birds, some other birds that I can't name, so certainly seeing a bit of wildlife, but no sign of elephants other than their dung. And also an elephant footprint. Very big. Put my hand down next to it so you can see. Oh. Yep. Don't know if I'd want to stumble across one of those charging at me down the path. I don't know if you can see all the butterflies. Just hundreds of them, really large, all flapping around, but I don't know if this camera's picking them up. But yeah, they're everywhere in this little section. I've seen some amazing colours on some of them, bright blues and reds and greens. And then when they fold their wings up, they just camouflage and disappear. So I wouldn't have known what this was if it hadn't been pointed out to me. But if we come in closer, if you can see all these claw marks, that was a bear. It's clambered its way up here and torn into the tree in search of honey. It's amazing. So there's another animal that I don't want to run across in the woods. And back to civilization, actual concrete. So I think just down here is the first spot where we can actually see other people. And I think that's a feature of this park, that lots of locals come here as tourists, but they don't tend to go hiking, they just come and check out the major spots. I think you should have to earn these sorts of sites. I think you should have to hike 8 kilometers through the jungle before you get to check out a beautiful waterfall. Driving and then walking down a few hundred meters of steps, it's cheating, isn't it? But I think we're pretty close. It's starting to sound very loud. Okay, the hike is over. Didn't take 5 hours at all, it was actually more like a leisurely 3.5. And that was at quite a slow pace, stopping for me to video, search for animals up in the trees. So certainly not a 5-hour hike, but it was really lovely. This is Heo Suwat waterfall. For you film fans, you might recognise it from a Leonardo DiCaprio movie, The Beach. He actually jumped off the top of it and had a bit of a swim inside, but us mere tourists aren't allowed in. So we'll just have to watch it from down here. Alright, so I'm running out of battery. I think it's time to call it quits. Had an amazing hike down trail number 6. Brilliant having a guide as well. He spotted all sorts of things that I would never have seen without him. I suppose he's had 37 years of experience finding things in the trees, so had a great day, and I will see you next time.